Let's go. Let's do life together. Let's do life together. Her pod.
Hello guys and welcome back to Her Pod. I'm your host Lexi McDonald and I genuinely couldn't be more excited if I tried to be back on the podcast. I have missed you guys more than you'll ever know. I think the vibe that the podcast have is just so cool. We just get each other. The amount of people that I've met out and about that know the nichest things about me, or I remember them from a dilemma that we had and I know the weirdest things about them. I just love the podcast and I've missed the podcast so much. And I'm so excited to be back. I'm so sorry the break was so unexpected and long. I didn't mean for that to be the case at all. I genuinely feel so bad about it. But in actual fact, there's been a bit going on. I feel like we can unpack it all. We can dive into it and we can chat about the world over the last, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been August. August was the last podcast. Do we go August, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. It's been 10 months. Sorry, guys. That feels crazy. Firstly, this year's gone so fast. I literally don't even have any words. I feel like this year has flown by. The fact that we're already halfway through the year, and I know I say this every year, and I know if you listen to the podcast, you'll be like, yeah, you say this. Also, if you're new, hi. This is so chaotic. Hello. I'm Lexi. If you're new, this is Her Pod. I've just gone straight back into I'm chatting with all my old friends. I've got so much to catch you guys up on. There's so much for me to talk about that I've totally forgotten to introduce myself if there's any new people that have joined the podcast over the last 10 months. But if you're new, hi. The podcast I've been doing since, I think it's 2023, I started doing the podcast, and I've always done it in my car. I just love it in my car. If you're watching the YouTube video, because it's on, look how already back. I'm if you're watching it on YouTube, you will see that I'm in my car. And the reason I'm in my car is I just feel like we have the best car chats in the car. I genuinely love nothing more than sitting in a car with someone, especially someone I don't really know that well. The best car chats are car chats that you have with people that you see out and about a little bit, or you just have if you drop, I'm trying to do you guys get if you're dropping someone home, or if you're new, if they're new to the, I don't know, they're new to your world and you're what's a way that you could really get to know someone? And I feel the best way is have a road trip with them, sit in the car with them for an extended period of time, and you just end up having chats and conversations with the people around you that are so much deeper or cooler than you would if you just sat at lunch, or if there was a pressure. I think it's because you're not looking at them directly too. You're front on, you're I don't know, just some of the most intense, special conversations I've ever had in my life happen in a car, on a road trip, in a car chat. But I'm obviously not driving and podcasting at the same time, because you'll probably just get a lot of my road rage. No, okay, I don't have a lot of road rage, but I am very aware of what's happening on the road. I'm not someone that gets angry. I'm not a very angry person, to be fair. I get more sad. If something's pissed me off, I get upset about it. I don't necessarily get angry. Maybe I'll get angry. You're wait and see. This podcast could take it fully out of me. Give it some time. We'll have a very angry podcast. But hence the reason that I'm in the car. What do you expect from the pod? I guess if you're new, the people that are here are yeah, we know. But you haven't heard my voice, maybe. Well, you've seen me on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. But you haven't properly heard from me in 9 months. So what? 10 months. 10 months. I could have had a baby in this time. I haven't, but that's how long it's been, which is crazy. So what to expect from the podcast? It's usually just a chat. I love a catch up. I like to catch up with you guys, talk about the things that are going on in the world. I love that very much. Get your opinions. The amount of times watching Off Campus that I wanted to start up this podcast and just talk to you about it has been insane. I'm obsessed. I'm still obsessed. I know it's been a few weeks. Has it been a month? When did it come out? I don't know, I feel like I've had this phase of my life which is completely off-campus themed, and I just wanted to talk about it with you guys, and I didn't have the space to, and now we have the space to talk about all these things, which I genuinely am so excited for. Let me know what you are on off campus, what's the vibe, how you would explain it, who you are. Gareth and Dean are my new current obsessions, and I know I get like this. Like, I adore fictional characters so much. I start daydreaming about them. I think about them all the time. It becomes my only personality trait, and I'm trying to like move past that and be like, Lexi, you're 24. Like, you can think about other things, you can do other things, you have a life, you have a business, you have shit to do. So I'm like, I didn't even tell you I have a business. Okay, sorry, I'm so chaotic. For the people that are new and you've never seen my face before or heard my voice, if you're watching it on YouTube, hi. If you're not watching it, you're probably just hearing my voice and you have never heard me before. So a little bit of a backstory, I guess, about me. This is probably how you introduce people instead of me talking about Gareth and Dean. But before I move on to more about me, I'm Team Dean. Is that a controversial take off campus? I love Gareth. I think he's great. But like, Dean's my pick. And I find that so bizarre because like blonde-haired guys usually aren't my thing. Like, Gareth is like cookie cutter, my type. Like, tall, dark and handsome, kind. Also, he got his kidney out. Did you everyone see this? This isn't Gareth now. This is Belmont, the actual guy. But he has the most incredible abs. But he had like a scar on his abs, and I didn't even think anything of it. I was like, oh, cool birthmark. Like, I wish I had like an indent or like a scar somewhere. I do have a scar actually on my almost where he is on my ribs here. I have a scar. My cat in the middle of the night. You know how this is so off topic. You know how a cat like paws when they're like happy, that it looks like they're like kneading bread. My cat was like kneading bread by my side, and then my dog jumped on my bed, and my cat clawed my belly, like my side, and I have this massive scar. It's not that massive. It's like the size of my finger, which is big. I have little fingers, but like it's a decent scar. But I have this scar on my side because of my cat, and my cat hasn't been with us for a very long time. But that scar still remains. I reckon I've had that scar for 10 years. It's like a proper decent scar, and everyone thought I was being dramatic, but I wasn't. This is the only proper big scar I have on my body. Anyway, I'm already getting sidetracked. I'm so excited. I'm like, I have so much to tell you guys. And then I'm like, oh, here's this foreign scar that I have. Yes, Team Dean. Also, Belmont had got his... See, I can't finish this. I'm too excited for this. Belmont, the actor that plays Gareth on Off Campus, he got his kidney removed to try and save a friend or a cousin or something. Now I'm just spilling absolute shit. I don't have any clue. But he tried to like give his kidney to someone that he liked, and then he wasn't a match or something, or it didn't stick with his friend. So he ended up giving his kidney to someone else, just like a random, and he donated his kidney, and that's why he has the weird scar. And I didn't even think that much about it. But then when this article came out, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the scar. Anyway, stuff like that. Completely love. Like, generous, kind, beautiful, like perfect. My type to a T. But Dean's my guy. I adore him. I genuinely love him. I think, yeah. I was going to say, I think he reminds me of me, but I think it's just like him in real life. What's his name? I don't know what the actor's name is, but Dean in real life, I've been watching some of the interviews he's been doing, and he's just so fun. And I'm like, I think we'd have a great time together. He has a fiance and he's very happily in a relationship. The fiance was the one that told him to play Dean. Anyway, there's so much for me to say. But as I'm saying, I've genuinely missed you guys so much. There's so much that's happened that I just wanted to chat to you about. I wanted your opinion. The amount of DMs that have faded in my DMs about like the funnest things, because obviously the podcast isn't happening. Now it's back. I'm ready for the DMs to start. I'm ready for the pop culture to just keep flooding through, and I'm very excited. Sorry, I knew I was circling off campus to do something else, but I couldn't remember what that was. It was to tell you about who I am in my business. So I'm like, well, something way less important is literally nowhere near as important as off campus. I've forgotten. So if you're new, I'm Lexi. Fucking hell. If you're new, you've unsubscribed. You've literally clicked off this because I'm just like a chaotic ball of like, I'm like, oh, this is so fun. But if you're new, I have my own business. So I have a mental health and wellness app called Her Help. And then I also have like a pop culture news, fun women's stories site called Her News as well. So I started Her Help in my bedroom at 17 after being bullied growing up. I'm from a regional town, and I think if you don't really gel with the people that you went to school with and you don't really find a community with the people around you, it's just really hard. Like, it was really hard. I didn't have friends. I sat by myself a lot. And I just felt really isolated and alone and felt like I was the only person experiencing all these things, which I guess is another reason I started the podcast and why this has been something that I love so much. Is I just feel like we talk about life, and like our slogan for the podcast is let's do life together, and let's just like make each other feel like we're less alone in a world that can sometimes feel quite isolating. And I think social media can be quite aesthetic, and I think sometimes I just love just a genuine chat with someone that I just feel like we get each other. I think that that's the best thing in the whole world, is having a community that you can be like, oh, like we're doing this together. So that probably stems from very early on when I was in high school and really struggled to make friends and didn't feel like I felt like I was the only person in the world that felt these things. And I wasn't until I moved schools. If you've heard this story before, I'm so sorry. I've said it 1,000 times as well, so I deeply do apologize. But I moved schools in year 11 and 12, and I got to be exposed to a whole bunch of different young people that I've never met before. And it wasn't until I was in that environment and I was making friends and I was genuinely finding connections with people that I was like, oh, having friends is good. Like, oh, this is what it feels like to have a connection and to be valued and like care about the people around you and feel like someone's got your back and like all of the things that like are associated with having friends and connections that matter to you. And that wasn't something that I had really been exposed to before. And when I was exposed to it on such a cool level and kind of got swept up into a group and found people that I really loved and cared for, that I was like, oh, this is missing. This was missing in my world before. This isn't gonna work. So I realized that it was important and was like, okay, well, I'm going to create a space so that no one else feels like I did. Like, there's people out there that will care about you or connect with you or want to make sure that you're okay. It's just about finding those people. So I hopped onto YouTube and I was like, an app would be a really cool place to have this like platform where you can like connect with people, because it's always on your phone, so whenever you need it. So I hopped onto YouTube and searched up how to make an app. Turns out the answer to that question is fucking hard. This isn't my polished business talk that I give at schools or things like that. I'm ad-libbing and I'm just telling it as it is. But I created an app. It took me 6 months in my bedroom. I had no idea what I was doing. Launched an app on the App Store. Didn't tell anyone until I officially got an email from the App Store being like, congratulations, your app has been approved. Your app will be on the App Store within 24 hours, which was wild. That happened at like midnight on a random day in 2019. I was 17 and that went on the App Store, and then I felt like I had to tell all of my friends and family because I hadn't done that yet. I was just like, okay, I was just pretending that I was doing this thing. I had no idea if it was going to work. And I guess the 6 months that followed after the app launched, I had 10,000 people using the app, which is a small number, but it felt massive. And being from a regional town, it was just cool. Like, it was like, okay, there's like a need for this. I had, the amount of messages and community. And if you've been there from the start, hello, I love you so much. You've been through a lot with me. Your support is insane, honestly. But I loved you guys so much. And 10,000 of you downloaded the app, and that was wild. And I had people messaging me telling me that like how much they loved the platform, and maybe like there was people saying that they wouldn't be alive without the platform, and all of these incredible things while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and if I wanted to go to uni or if I wanted to I don't know what I wanted to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do when I finished school. And we could go into all of this. We can unpack it all. This is such a long journey, and so many of you have heard little parts of it along the way. But I did go to uni. I felt like that's what I was supposed to do, and I hated uni, and then kind of went back into the app and decided that I was going to give it a red hot crack. I got quoted by an app development company because I wanted to make it bigger and better, and decided that the app that I'd made in my bedroom was cool, and the idea was great, but like the app itself was really basic. So decided I wanted to make it better. So designed the prototype of like what the app could be, screen by screen, button by button, and sent it to an app development company in Perth. And I was 18 or 7. Barely 18 if I was 18, and sent it to an app development company in Perth and got quoted $2.2 million to create the app. And I was working at a fish and chip shop at the time. Just bought my car and I had I had no way of making that much money. I don't think that that's crazy. I think that that would be most people's situation. And that was when, I got quoted $2.2 million. And I was like, oh, well, I am going to go to uni then because, blah, 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 blah. And there's so much. Like, if you guys, I don't want to bore you guys with this whole story. I've already been yapping on for about 5 minutes about this. But if you care, I can go into it in way more depth. But I guess we are now 7. Her help will be 7 next month, which is crazy. So I've had her help for 7 years. We now reach millions of people, and it has just been the coolest. Like, I genuinely love it with my whole heart and do it all of the time and work constantly because I care so much about what I'm doing. Like, I don't know, I feel so lucky that I found something that I love so much, and that doesn't mean that it doesn't come with its challenges, and it doesn't mean that it's not hard. And there's been so many, like, I can't even explain to you how many barriers, how many shit things have happened along the way and continue to happen every day. And it's hard. Like, I don't want to then be like, oh, and with 7 years later, I'm so happy. And I am like, I love what I do, but like, it's hard, and being your own boss is hard. And not having like a sustainable income source is hard. Like, there's months that, it's like mine, but like it comes with its own unique challenges, I think, as well, of having your own business and the pressures that come with that, and sustaining what you're doing and creating a system for other people, and the responsibility of making sure that everyone using the app's okay and everyone working with the app's okay, and making sure that money's coming in. And they're just, it is stressful. I think every job's stressful, but this one is stressful, but I love it. And I don't know, I've just missed the podcast. Like, I don't have a lot of time on my hands, but I just this feels different. Like, as I keep saying, like, my whole mission's about finding community and making people feel less alone. And the slogan of the fucking podcast is let's do life together. And I feel like there's only so much that I can show on an Instagram story or in a reel or on the app. But I just genuinely want to connect with you guys and feel like the podcast has been such a cool place that I've been able to connect with you guys in the past. I'll see you guys in the street and you'll say something really niche and funny about like what we talk about. I don't know. I just love it so much. And I just, think it's the coolest thing in the world. And I'm very grateful to be back. But I haven't even told you where I've got so much to tell you. I've literally just harped on being like, okay, here's my life story if you're new. But I haven't even told you where I've been or what's been happening or like why I took a break because, there's so much to say.
Let's do life together. Let's do life together.
Just a quick break in the episode to talk about something I know you're going to love. If you've ever dreamed of starting your own merch line, side hustle, or creating something totally you, Printify is your secret weapon. With Printify, you can design and create products without dealing with inventory, shipping, or upfront costs. Just upload your design, pick from hundreds of high quality products, and boom, your online store is ready to go. They handle the printing and shipping so you can focus on growing your brand. I personally have some merch samples on our way from Her Help from Printify for Her Help, which I'm so excited about and I can't wait for you to see. So head over to printify.com and sign up for free to start creating today. That's printify.com because your idea deserves to break into the world. Now back to the episode.
Let's do life together.
Okay, the biggest question that I feel like you guys have and have had and have been in my DMs about and continue to, which I just love, like truly the commitment to the podcast is so special to me. But you guys being like, where did you go? You disappeared from the face of the earth. Why do you not honestly, this was such a hard decision to like stop the podcast for a bit. And what can I say? about it. This is the first day truly that I have been able to talk or like have been able to start this back up again. And it's literally 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. This episode will go out today. I've literally just been like, fuck it. Like, this has been held off for so long. It's a Tuesday. I got the news. I need to do this. And I'm like, let's just do it. Let's not wait for another week. Let's just like make this happen. So if I'm all scrambled and frazzled, it's because I have, finally been able to do the podcast. And the reason is that I have been in a casting process. Can I say? I can't say what the show is. There's like contracts and NDAs and things, but I'm sure I can say I've been in a casting process for something, a show. Can I say? I've said it now. I've been in a casting process, and it's been a really long casting process, and I felt like having the podcast was not a great look for the people that I've been talking to and the team that I've been working with around this specific thing, because they're obviously not going to want to put someone in something or cast someone if I am just chatting shit for 45 minutes every single day. Like, they're going to be like, this girl, this isn't going to work because she's got so much. She's got a big digital footprint and we don't know what she's saying. And truly, I'm saying nothing. Like, there's nothing that I'm saying that could, like, truly, you've listened to what, half an hour of this, not even, and you're like, yeah, she genuinely says nothing. There's nothing of value here. But this is a catch up. I promise there will be value, and I promise there'll be cool things coming. But I just wanted to chat with you guys. I missed you guys. Just so excited. But yeah, I've been in a casting process for something, and I have kind of been very quiet. I think on my socials, I've been quiet on the podcast. I feel like there's been a lot of things on hold, and not just like front facing things that you guys would have seen, but there's been so many things behind the scenes that have had to be paused or held back, or it's been all consuming. And I've decided to pull the pin on it, and I've decided to just get back to the podcast. That was what I decided last night. Now I'm here. But I've been wanting to do it for a while, and like I just missed the podcast so much, and I miss you guys, and decided that I wasn't going to wait around anymore. I've waited around for fucking ages, and how soul crushing that is. And maybe one day I can share a little bit more. I'll have to read into like the legal side of things, but I have had filmed so much of it because I was thinking that I was going to be able to fill you guys in on all of this crazy stuff that has been happening, and I felt like I had kept you out of the loop, and I've actually been talking to you almost every day about the thing that has happened, but I can't now share it. It's been wild. It's been disappointing. It's been scary. It's been exciting. I don't know. I wish I could tell you more, but I guess we don't even have to. It's nothing now. We can just let it go. We can fade it away. But yeah, it's been sad, like, not doing the podcast, honestly. Like, I genuinely, there's so many things. Like, Off Campus is a perfect example of how much I wanted to talk to you about that. There's so many things that happen all the time. They're just random things in the world that happen that I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could talk to you guys about this. I love you guys so much. I love the podcast, and I'm so excited to be back. I hope that I still fit into your Tuesdays, because I would love to slot back in to everyone that was listening before. And if you're new, I'm so excited. Also, if you are old, I'm really sorry that I gave the big spiel about who I am and my business and that, because you've probably heard it before. That's really boring. But I don't know. I love you guys so much. And I don't know what's happening in my world. Like, I feel like my life's so boring. Like, I say this all the time, but I genuinely am like, I was hanging out with a friend yesterday, and she was talking. She's like, what's new in your world? I'm like, nothing. Nothing changes in my world. But like, things do change and things do happen. And I'm like, oh no, nothing's happened. I have a horse. If you're new, this is how lame I am. this is not even worth the content that it's on. But I have a horse. She's good. She's 32. I got her when I was like 12 and now I see her every day. Gracie's still good. All the pets are still good. I have lots of pets. They're all great. Over like my mum and dad, I don't have like pets. Oh, I do have a cat, but that cat, when I moved away from home, I moved to like a mining town with like an ex and I was home by myself a lot because he had like a job and friends and stuff and a life there and I really didn't have any of that. So there was this cat that used to come and eat mice from the blocks next door and I was like, I'm going to make this cat my friend. Like, I'm sure of it. And then slowly by slowly, I'd go out while she was there, started patting her. Then when she let me pat her, the next day I had a food tray for her. I had a little bed for her. I had all these little toys. And then, sorry, this is such a, why am I like throwing in the randomest stories? Like so I have a scar from my cat. They're both cat stories. This is weird. But I fed the cat and then she used to come over all the time. I taught her how to use the cat flap in our rental where we weren't allowed to have cats. And then one day I woke up and she had kittens. Like she had like little kittens that were like walking around their little eyes. They were probably a few weeks old. And she brought them to me. Sorry, this is literally the coolest story of my whole life. So like I befriended a stray cat and the stray cat trusted me enough that then she decided to give me her babies and then it's so cute. And then she was already pregnant again when she had the little babies. I don't even know how that happened. So then she had more babies. And then when my ex and I broke up, I moved home with the cat. I brought one of the babies home and then the rest I sold. Well, they were free to a good home and I was very, very specific about what home I wanted them to go to and I was very like, they're my perfect little kittens, they're not going anywhere. Anyway, this is so random. This is like the randomest. Everyone's like, great, thanks that you're back. Well, we just get the randomest cat stories. But so I do have a cat. Her name, Mum said I couldn't get attached to the cat, right? I'm FaceTiming Mum all the time being like, there's this cat, I'm so excited. And Mum's like, don't get attached to the cat. Like, you can't get attached to this cat. I was already I get attached to everything, honestly. Like, there was a video the other day of someone getting rid of their car on TikTok and they were like, it was the sound was like from this the movie Inside Out where it's like go save Riley. Oh, it was just fucking from Bing Bong on Inside Out. If you've seen Inside Out, you know it's the part of the movie that's just soul crushing and I snot cry to that. It's just awful and it's so sad. And she was saying that when she was pulling out, when she was getting her new car and she had to leave her old car at the car dealership, and then she was playing that song and I'm like, I can't ever sell my car. Like, I love this car. It's always there when I'm going to the shops. It's always there waiting for me when I come back. Wherever I'm doing anything, it's always there. Like, I think about, like, I get very attached to things very quickly. I have very emotional attachments to things. And then I feel really sad. I'm very empathetic towards it. Anyway, so I'm obviously going to get attached to the cat. But Mum said, because she knows that. She was like, don't get attached to the cat. And I was like, oh, too late. I've just seen it once. I already am. And then she goes, you can't name it. Like, once you name it, like, it's over. Like, you will never, you'll be very upset about this cat. So I called her Mao because I asked what her name was. She said her name was Mao. I said, that's Mao, right? I've had Mao for, how long have I had Mao? This will be my 6th year with Mao. And that's still her name. And her daughter's name's Marmalade because I was obviously attached to her and I got to name her a cute name. But Mao is called Mao. So Mao's my actual cat, but she loves my mum now more than me, which is understandable. I think my mum's a better mum than I'll ever be either. So I think she's made the right call there. Mum's very nurturing and gives her everything she wants. While I'm like, Mao, like, just, you've had 4 dinners, you'll be fine. You know, Mum's like, oh, she's hungry, she needs milk. Anyway, so Mao's got us wrapped around her little finger. So yeah, that's Mal. It's my best. I don't even know why I started talking about that, to be fair. But yeah, I love them very much. What else is happening? I don't know. I feel like we're just going to have to take it week by week, chat about the things that have been happening, chat about the dilemmas, the things that are happening in your world. I just wanted to pop on and do a bit of a shorter episode, I think, this week, just to say hi and that I missed you and that I think about you all the time. And I am so excited to be back. You will I can't even, yeah. I'll say it 1,000 times. I've been thinking about the podcast all the time and I'm so glad to be back. Let me know what guests you would like as well. I think that is going to be such a fun component of the new season because I did a few guests when I very first started the podcast back in 2023, but I think, and then I just got lazy and I was like, they just want to hear from me and just chat away and I'll just keep chatting. But I genuinely love a guest podcast. I genuinely love hearing experiences from each other. And I think a big thing about doing life together and making the world feel less alone is being able to have honest and fun conversations with people. And yeah, I'm excited. If there's any guests, if there's any people that you want to hear from, let me know. Or experts in things. I give so much advice on the dilemmas. Also, send through your dilemmas. I still have some from last season that you guys obviously would have sent through that I thought I was going to do. And then when this opportunity came up with this cast thing, I just kind of had them. They're still on my notes on my phone. So I still have a few dilemmas from you guys. You probably don't even need them. Maybe I do need new dilemmas then. I'm so this girl wants to know if she should text her ex back, but it's been 10 months, so you've probably already done that. So yes, please send me new dilemmas. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I just love you all so much, more than you'll ever know, and I'm so excited to do life together. If there's anything you want to see on this new season, let me know. As I always say, this podcast is just as much mine as it is yours, if not more so yours, because I don't know, I love you guys so much. I'm just chatting shit, but I'm really excited to be back. I've missed this. I've missed our little car chats, and yeah, love you guys. As always, let's do life together. Bye.
Let's do life together.